So Drewby's sick right now.
Oh, I mean, yes. Yes, I am. I'm on the mend.
I feel really bad. He's all fluish.
I'm all
He's all
fluish.
fluish. So Yergy's all better and Drewby's not so great now.
I don't sound fluish.
Aw.
It's weird. Like, so this is like straight up influenza, but I was like gargling with salt water, so I just didn't get the respiratory symptoms really. I mean, I had a cough for a bit, but I had the fever and the body aches, and I got Tamiflu really early, which I'm reading some people say you shouldn't even take, which I'm just not going to read the side effects, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I am really tired. I am really exhausted, and I've already taken 2 days off from work. I can't take any more days off from work, and yeah, this is awful.
Well, thank you, Drewby, for coming and hanging out with us.
You're welcome.
Yes. So today I thought about doing a 2-part thing, but we'll see how long the first part takes us and if Drewby's feeling up to it, because this first part's a little bit long, and you know how we get off on stuff, so on tangents.
On stuff. All over your face and stuff.
My God. So what are we talking about today?
I don't know. This is your wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse?
Icelandic Christmas folklore.
Yes, we're doing Icelandic Christmas folklore.
This isn't very murdery.
It doesn't matter. It's weird.
Okay.
And it's beautiful.
Okay.
And it's Iceland, and I love that place.
Okay.
And since we're in, like, you know, the 13 days before Christmas, I figured this one would be a good one to do. So I have to give a shout out to some new friends of ours at Marriage is a Scream podcast. They found us on Instagram, and they're probably like the coolest people like I've met in a while. So hey.
Yeah, you guys are pretty damn cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They covered something similar to this last episode, so if you want to hear more, definitely go check them out. They did a really cool episode on powwows and on this hotel in the Ozarks called the Crescent Hotel, which is supposedly the most haunted hotel in America.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, so it seems pretty cool. And I think they're going to be doing something pretty soon on, what is it called? Hag attacks. I don't know what it's called right now.
Hag attacks? MAGA.
No, I've had them... Sleep paralysis. There we go.
Hag attacks?
Hag attacks.
Like being attacked by a hag?
Yeah, so when you have it, it feels like there's some sort of witch or demon or something sitting, like, straddling your chest and choking you. So, you know, the folklore side of that, it calls it like a hag attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
You
I know you have stories, but yeah.
I do have stories. I'm not going to share my story because I've already shared my story with them.
Yeah, okay.
So.
You can share it later once they've done it.
I can share it at a later date.
Okay.
So, this Christmas folklore, theirs is a lot cooler than what we do over here. They don't really, you know, I mean, you have your American Christmas with Santa Claus, but...
These people who believe in elves and shit.
These people who believe in elves and shit, like, do much cooler stuff than us. So, Icelandic Christmas folklore depicts mountain-dwelling characters and monsters who come to town during Christmas. The stories are directed at children and are used to scare them into good behavior.
Seems like everything in their culture is just scaring people, but in a polite way.
In the kindest of ways.
Yes, you must be a do-gooder, because if not, some beast will eat you.
Right? So the folklore includes both mischievous pranksters who leave gifts during the night and monsters who eat disobedient children.
Good. Eat them all.
The figures are depicted as living together as a family in a cave.
Oh, well... Okay.
So
I don't know how to say these words.
I do. So they include Grýla and Leppalúđi. So Grýla or Grýla, I don't really know how to say it. I've heard it both ways. She's a giantess with an appetite for the flesh of mischievous children, who she cooks in a large pot. Her husband is Leppalúđi, and he's lazy and mostly stays home in the cave.
Ooh, I like this. There's a reference to that in King's Quest 4, actually, where you have to, like, go into Grýla's, like, cottage or whatever and steal something. If she catches you, she throws you in a giant pot and cooks you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, totally, like, did not realize that was Icelandic lore.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's funny. Okay.
So there's the Yule Cat, and it's a huge and vicious cat who lurks about the snowy countryside during Christmas time or Yule, whichever you celebrate. And
Pagans.
and eats people who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve. So he's like coming at children and adults.
So you must receive
New clothes, like Dobby, like with a new sock.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So you have to receive it as a gift, or must you can you go buy it and not get eaten by the Yule Cat?
I think receive, so I think it has to be gifted.
Oh God! Well, that sucks if you don't have any family or friends.
Right, so you're fucked.
What color is the Yule Cat?
Black.
Of course.
It's a black cat, and in Reykjavik every year they have this big like lit up Yule Cat they just put out in town. I'll see if I can't get some pictures for like the Facebook group and for like Instagram and
They
stuff.
fly an actual panther in.
No, it's not like a panther. It's like a big lit up, like like in people's yards where they have those deer that are made of lights.
Yeah.
It's a giant ass cat.
Okay.
So then you've got the Yule Lads, that are the sons of Grýla and Leppalúđi. They are a group of 13 mischievous pranksters who steal from or harass the population, and all have descriptive names that convey their favorite way of harassing. They come to town one by one during the last 13 nights before Christmas or Yule. They leave small gifts in shoes that children have placed on windowsills. But if the child has been disobedient, they leave a potato in the shoe. And it's usually like a rotten potato or, whatnot.
I mean, potatoes are like pretty versatile. You can make a battery out of that shit and they last forever.
You can make a battery. You could make yourself some like French fries or mashed potatoes.
I remember like on bash.org, somebody was like making the point that if you love somebody, you don't give them a flower. That shit dies in like 4 days. Give them a potato. It's useful. It lasts forever. It can make some tasty stuff. Like, obviously you want your love to be like a potato, not a weak little fucking flower.
Yeah. And potatoes grow like little flowers too.
They do.
So
They do right on the side. They grow a bunch of cool shit, which is a symbol for like, over time, if your love is like a potato, your love will evolve just like that potato will.
What type of potato are you, Drewby?
What potato am I?
Yeah, are you
What
sweet
do you
potato?
mean? I mean, I
What's
would
your
rather
preferred potato?
a sweet potato. I mean, there's only like what, 2 potatoes.
So I like sweet potatoes too because you can like make sweet or savory dishes with them.
Plus, they're better for you.
They are better for you, but if I'm gonna have to like have a potato of the white variety, I like the purple ones. The ones that are purple on the inside too.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought the ones that are purple on the inside have like a specific name for it.
I don't know what they are. I just know they're like the purple ones they have like during the summer over at Hannaford because like when you actually like make mashed potatoes out of them, those mashed potatoes are also purple. So they're cool.
That does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, white potatoes just tend to end up pretty dry and just pretty like sweet potatoes like better, hands down. It's better for you. So yeah.
Like I think that I only like white potatoes in like a baked potato variety. But I do like sweet potatoes like that too.
Yeah, like baked sweet potato is way better.
But like you can do different, like they're very versatile. So let's see. I guess I forgot where I was going with this. Like, okay, so when like Trips comes around with their like food cart.
Yeah.
They have these like bombs, they call it. You can do it with sweet potato, you can do it with the white potato, you can do it with French fries. So there was that one time I got like a Philly cheesesteak bomb on like a sweet potato, and it didn't taste as good as like a white potato.
Really?
Yeah, I've had it both ways.
Well, I can't have anything from Trips because they claim to be gluten-free, but whenever I try to talk to anyone there about the ingredients, nobody knows what's going on.
They really don't. They don't. Okay, so last time I went to go get food from them during like when we had food trucks during the summertime, it was just me, Levi, and one other person. We were the first people there, and they were making wrong food already for people that didn't exist. So they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't get it. I've heard of people getting sick there before that are celiac or gluten sensitive. So No, I can't. I don't even eat baked goods that often anyways.
Yeah, I think it's just for like gluten-free adjacent people.
Yeah, I think it's for fad diet people,
Yeah.
which really sucks that this has to catch on as a fad diet because, then people don't take you seriously when you ask for something gluten-free.
Right.
Which has happened before, and it's not fun. But yeah. Why are we talking about food?
Because we're talking about potatoes.
Yeah, okay, well, let's move on from potatoes.
So these Christmas-related folk tales first appeared in the 17th century and displayed some variation based on region and age. In modern times, these characters have taken on more of a benevolent role, and in some cases, like some of them weren't even originally in like Christmas time.
Benevolently eating kids,
right?
Just eating kids, but it's a good reason. Kids are a little slime. Gotta clean them up.
So the first mention of the Yule Lads can be found in the 17th century poem of Grýla. Grýla had appeared in older tales as a troll, but had not been linked to Christmas before. Grýla is described as a hideous being who is the mother of the gigantic Yule Lads, who are a menace to children. Early on, the number of depictions of Yule Lads varied greatly depending on location, with each individual lad ranging from a mere prankster to a homicidal monster who eats children.
I prefer the latter.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
They were used to frighten children into good behavior, similar to the boogeyman. The King of Denmark objected to their use as a disciplinary tool.
I need to know more about this.
Yeah.
Did he just place a ban?
Yeah, he did.
Hey, none of y'all parents can talk about this person.
Right.
No frightening you kids.
Jeez.
That seems like an odd thing to decree, but
I don't know. So, in the late 18th century, a poem mentions there being 13 of them. In the mid-19th century, author Jan Arnesen, or is that how you say it? Arnesen.
I have no idea. I don't know Iceland very well at all.
We'll go Jan Arnesen.
Mm.
Drew inspiration from the Brothers Grimm and began collecting folk tales. His 1862 collection is the first mention of the names of the Yule Lads. In 1932, the poem Yule Lads was published as part of a popular poetry book, Christmas is Coming, also known as Yule Koma, by Icelandic poet Johannes Ud Kolum. Or Kolum.
I mean, there's a T in there.
I can't Icelandic today.
So I can't Icelandic ever.
Right, so it's Johannes. I know how to say that. The poem was popular and so established what is now considered the canonical 13 Yule Lads, their names and their personalities.
Okay, so Grýla is originally mentioned as being a giantess in the 13th century compilation of Norse mythology, but no specific connection to Christmas is mentioned till the 17th century. So what was the difference there? Do you know why that changed specifically or what brought that about?
That I'm not 100% sure. I remember that she was mentioned a lot for Lent and stuff.
They celebrate Lent there.
Well, yeah, but I don't really know how she was connected into the Norse mythology at one point because I don't know, because there's a lot of similarities, but then there's not at the same time.
No, I'm just confused why they do Lent. Isn't that an Eastern Orthodox and Catholic thing?
Yeah, but they do that there too.
Oh, why?
They just do.
Usually there's some sort of religious connection there. I mean, I don't know.
It's
crazy. Okay. So the oldest poems describe her as a parasitic beggar who walks around asking parents to give her their disobedient children. Please give me your children. Please give me your children.
Please, sir.
Imagine if you had that nowadays. You're just like, God, I really didn't think this one through. And then you're just like, oh, this 120 grand worth of debt right into this troll's gullet. I mean, I think it's a fair alternative.
It's a fair alternative.
Her plans can be thwarted by giving her food or by chasing her away. I mean, I would just give her the kid. Originally, she lives in a small cottage, but in later poems, she appears to have been forced out of town into a faraway cave. So current day, Grýla has the ability to detect children who are misbehaving year-round. During Christmas time, she comes from the mountains to search nearby towns for her meal. She leaves her cave, hunts children, and carries them home in her giant sack. This sounds very Krampus-like.
Yeah.
She devours children as her favorite snack. Her favorite dish is a stew of naughty kids for which she has an insatiable appetite. According to legend, there is never a shortage of food for Grýla. So she's been married 3 times. Her third husband, Leppalúđi, is said to be living with her in their cave in the Dimmu Borgir lava field. I didn't even know that Dimmu Borgir took their name after some lava
They
fields
did.
in Iceland.
They're the gates to hell.
Oh, metal.
Yeah.
Stupid shit. So they live with the big black Yule Cat and their sons. Okay. Leppalúđi is lazy and mostly stays at home in their cave. Grýla supposedly has dozens of children with her previous husbands, but they're rarely mentioned nowadays.
My God, Grýla gets around.
Yeah, and this Leppalúđi guy just sounds, I don't know.
He kind of sucks.
It sounds like just what does he do? Like, it doesn't say anything that he does. He just stays home and is lazy. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't get it. I don't understand his purpose. Like, usually characters like this in folklore have very specific uses, and he just seems to just be there. It's like he doesn't even need to be mentioned.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Anyway.
So the Yule Cat is a huge vicious cat who is described as lurking about the snowy countryside during Christmas time and eating people who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve. He is the house pet of Grýla and her sons. Though referred to as an ancient tradition, written accounts of the Yule Cat have only been located as recently as the 19th century. The threat of being eaten by the Yule Cat was used by farmers as an incentive for their workers to finish processing the autumn wool before Christmas. The ones who took part in the work would be rewarded with new clothes, but those who would not would get nothing, thus would be preyed upon by the monstrous cat. The cat has alternatively been described as merely eating away the food of the ones without the new clothing during the Christmas feasts. The perception of the Yule Cat as a man-eating beast was partly popularized by poems of that gentleman Johannes we spoke about, as with the rest of the folklore.
There's 13 Yule Lads, and they don't even list them.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
Oh, we got it.
Sheepcoat Claude. What?
Yeah.
Kind of name is that?
They have some pretty great names. But I have, like, the English translation, so I don't have to, like, butcher Icelandic again.
Oh, okay, good. They come to town one by one during the last 13 nights before Yule. They leave small gifts in shoes. But if... The potato, it just doesn't make any sense, man. I just don't get this. In modern times, the Yule Lads have been depicted as taking on a more benevolent role compared to Santa Claus. They're generally depicted as wearing late medieval style Icelandic clothing, but are sometimes shown to be wearing the costume traditionally worn by Santa Claus. So 13 Santa Clauses.
Oh my goodness. It's
Santa Claus. Whatever plural of Santa Claus is. So during the last 13 nights before Christmas, beginning on December 12th, they depart beginning on Christmas, one per day, in the order they arrive, each thus staying 13 days.
Yeah, so we're already in the thick of this.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Sheepcoat Claude. Like the French in me wants to call him Sheepcoaty, but he came down the hill on December 12th, so we're already like in the midst of him. He harasses sheep, but is impaired by his stiff peg legs.
Well, around now, most places are going to have snow, so I don't think there's many sheep around for him to harass.
There is in Iceland. There's tons of sheep there.
Do they not get snow?
They do get snow, but their sheep are still doing their sheep thing.
Really? Like outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen Icelandic sheep?
No, I haven't.
They're pretty fuzzy. They have them usually at the Freiburg Fair. There's a couple of people in Maine that actually like breed and keep them. They're very cute. They're smaller and their wool's pretty.
Is it like Jacob sheep?
Not like Jacob sheep. I love my Jacob sheep though.
Because they're satanic.
They're big Satan sheep.
Jesus.
No, your Jacob sheep are huge and look goat-like, but like Icelandic sheep, they're just like little minis. They're very cute.
Is that like a Jacob's ladder?
Not like a Jacob's ladder.
Okay. So the next one is a gollygawk. Hides in gullies. Waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cow shed and steal milk. This is dumb.
It's not dumb.
This is stupid. Hey, you better watch out. Keep your milk inside. Keep it out of the cow shed, 'cause the gollygawk's gonna take your milk.
So that's December 13th, and he departs on my birthday, December 26th.
Stubby. They have one called Stubby. It's his name. His name is Stubby. He's abnormally short. He steals pans to eat the crust left on them.
Yes.
Wait, what? Pans? I don't get it.
So next we have Spoon Licker. He's coming tonight.
Oh, God.
He steals and licks wooden spoons. Is extremely thin.
Due to malnutrition.
Yeah, it is due to malnutrition.
And then there's Pot Scraper and Bowl Licker and Door Slammer. Are you kidding me?
So Pot Scraper steals leftovers from pots.
Is that different from the dude that steals whatever people leave in pans?
No. He... Stop it.
This is...
So Bowl Licker hides under beds.
Can you just say that out loud? Doesn't that just sound weird to you? Bowl Licker. Like...
It sounds like some sort of like your shitty friend you have in your late teens who never has any weed to share, that like has to scrape all your bowls for the resin like do a few hits.
I mean, that's a bowl scraper.
Yeah, that's Pot Scraper and Bowl Licker. They're like twins. They're like the shitty pothead friends. So Bowl Licker hides under the bed waiting for someone to put down their asker, which is a type of bowl with a lid used instead of dishes, which he then steals.
So people are going to bed with these like fancy pots with lids, and they're just putting them by their bed. I don't get it. I do not understand it.
I need to get some of these.
Like why are people putting this shit by their bed? Like, hey, you're the Iceland expert.
I don't know. Like maybe they like to eat next to their bed or in their bed.
I mean, I don't know. If it said this was a chamber pot, I would believe that more so. But like, God, like,
I don't know. We need to Google these askers because they sound like fun.
I guess so.
So
Door Slammer.
Door Slammer likes to slam doors, especially during the night, waking people up.
Oh, how mischievous.
My goodness. Skier Gobbler. This is like, my boy right here.
Because he likes Skier,
which
is Iceland yogurt.
Is like, okay, so Skier's a little weird. So it's classified as a cheese, but it's really it's yogurt. It's delicious. It has like a little bit of a bitter taste to it, like Greek yogurt does, but is much thicker and is better than Greek yogurt. And in the States you can get a whole bunch of different kinds. Like just over at our local Hannaford, you can get Siggy's, which is my favorite. They have all sorts of different flavors. They've got like a pumpkin spice one. They have the passion fruit one. Just the plain vanilla one's delicious. I like the coconut. There's Icelandic Provisions, which is another brand. There's a whole bunch of different ones that you can get. So yeah, Skier, beautiful.
I've never had it. I'm willing to try it.
I will get some for the next time that we record, so we can talk about how delicious it is.
Okay, yes. Yes, please do. But you'll have to run the ingredients by me.
I will run the ingredients. I will make sure not to get you the coconut one or anything with pumpkin spices.
Okay, good.
I think the rest you should be safe with.
I would hope so. But yeah.
So next cool guy, Sausage Swiper.
Is that Lorena Bobbitt?
Oh no. He hides in the rafters and snatches sausages that are being smoked. I can like get behind that.
Oh my God. So you're giving your man a blowy up in the rafters, and old Sausage Swiper comes and just happens to just rip it out of your mouth. Like,
oh my
this
God.
is just like, God. Don't be sucking dick on December 20th,
right?
Folks.
I don't
Not
know.
in Iceland.
I bet like these sausages are great though because they're not pork. They're probably made of lamb.
I mean, pigs are friends. Don't kill pigs.
Friends.
Don't kill pigs. Don't eat pigs. They're intelligent creatures. They know when they're about to be killed.
Right.
They freak out. Go and watch. So I'm not like some like vegan that's like, oh, these slaughter videos make me want. I eat mostly meat because that's the only thing that keeps me like healthy without my body falling apart.
Yeah, Drewby and I are mostly carnivore people.
Yeah, and believe me, I've been vegan before, and it was the worst health that I've ever been in. I felt horrible. I could barely function. So please, I love animals. I am all about, humane practices and humane slaughter, but I do not believe in killing pigs because they are just, they know what's up immediately and they freak out. It's very sad. Pork's not even that good for you.
It's not even that good.
It's like the worst meat you could have out of all the, of all the mainstream meats that one could get at the grocery store.
Like quite honestly, I really wish like the US would catch on more to like having sheep.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
The rest of the world.
I agree. I think, because I mean, sheep are something that would have gone extinct if it wasn't for men, because they're just so dumb. They're so dumb, and by men I mean humans. You can just cut one on the nose and they go into shock and die. Like, did you know that?
No.
You can literally cut one on the nose and they'll just fall over and just die.
Oh, I wouldn't just cut one on the nose. It's really mean.
Well, no, I mean, obviously you wouldn't, but yeah, they need to be led around. They were just pretty dumb, and yeah, they don't know when they're gonna be killed.
I don't know, like sheep and goats. I think they're pretty cool. You have like them for fiber.
I think goats know. Like, I've never had goat before. I don't know if I would have goat. It's not particularly kosher. I don't think goat is kosher, right, cloven hoof?
I don't know.
I think goat is not kosher, but I owned goats growing up, and
I will say you don't even need to like bother. It tastes just like sheep.
Does it? Yeah. I just have sheep instead. Yeah, and we actually got these goats because they were going to be put up for slaughter, and we just have them as pets. They were pretty wonderful. They'd eat anything though, anything they could get their hands on.
But they're so fun.
They're pretty fun, yeah. They're fun to play with. I always loved playing with goats, even as a kid, because if they got like horns, they'll rear up and they'll like try to butt you, and you just put both your hands on their horns. They'll push on you, and you push back, and you just kind of wrestle with them. And I mean, maybe I just got lucky, but they don't gore you. At least not me.
No.
They know when they're playing. It seemed like, anyways. But yeah.
They're just little sweeties.
I like goats. I like goats a lot, especially those miniature ones.
So I showed you that picture of me cuddling one once, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that was that brought me so much joy.
Yeah.
It was smaller than a cat. I'm like, you should just stay this small forever.
Yeah.
And be my little baby goat.
No, the miniature ones that are like very tiny, stubby legs, a lot of hair. I love those ones.
So adorable.
Yes, I love those ones. My cousin had one growing up, and she was a lot of fun. She'd just like, if she was like mad at you, she would just like do these short little like headbutts into like your calves and stuff like that, which weren't fun or felt great, but she was nice. All things considered.
I think that if I ever live in a place where I can like have a goat, I'd probably have like a little goat.
You'd need more than one, because they're not solitary creatures.
Well, I know, like I'd have like a couple of goats and like keep them and have goat milk everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd make cheese.
I do like goat's milk. It is good.
It's very good. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's sausage swipe.
We got window peeper next.
Oh my god. This dude's on the registry.
Yeah, so him and Sausage Swiper.
Jesus Christ.
He likes to snoop through windows, looks a snoop who likes to look through windows in search of things to steal.
Yeah, I'm sure he's looking for things to steal.
I think he's peeking on the sausage swipers.
I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just fucking like sitting outside the window, fucking joiking off,
Joiking off, swiping his sausage.
Giving swipes to his sausage. So then there's Doorway Sniffer.
No.
This is actually the name. Doorway Sniffer has an abnormally large nose and acute sense of smell, which he uses to locate leaf bread. Leaf bread. They eat bread made of leaves.
No, is that like lambas bread?
It says Laffa brow. Like, what is this?
Laffa brown. It's just like different bread they have there. Like a lot of the bread they have over in Iceland, you can like look it up. It's probably like a dark rye, like dense bread. Is probably what it is.
I'm looking this up right now. And yep, I'm already getting like recipes. Yeah, it looks like a rye bread. It's also saying lava bread. I don't know if that's used interchangeably. It looks kind of delicious. Very delicious. Yeah, it's a traditional... Oh, no, it's not. It keeps giving me like some Icelandic rye bread, but not the leaf bread. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe they're similar. When I think of leaf bread, I think like Lambas bread in like Lord of the Rings, like elfin bread they have like wrapped up in leaves.
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't watched that in a very long time.
Yeah.
I watched the so I watched every single I watched the trilogy. I didn't watch The Hobbit.
Me neither.
I heard The Hobbit was trash. I watched the 3 in theaters, and then I watched each of them at home, and then never again. Because these people that just have to watch it all the time usually don't have much of a personality or much going on with themselves.
Right.
Anyways.
Anyway.
It was a very good trilogy. Just Jesus, let it go. Let it go. It's okay. It's all right. It's been 15 years now. More than that. More than that. It's all right. It's all right. Orlando Bloom is never gonna fuck you. But just I hate to break it to you, but he's not. He's not. Okay. All right.
I never wanted him to fuck me.
Well, I'm not talking to you directly. I don't know. Maybe you're more of a fucking whatever is fucking Viggo Mortensen.
No.
Fucking that dude. Fucking. I was more of a Gimli type.
I was more of a Gimli type.
I wanted Gimli to just nail me. Fucking.
I don't think I want to like nail. Oh, maybe Arwen.
What? Liv Tyler?
Yeah.
No. I've never found her attractive.
I did as an elf.
But I don't know. I've never, and like I don't like even talking about celebrities as like attractive and unattractive, just because that, I don't know, I just don't like to think of celebrities like that until somebody like puts me on the spot and I have to sit and think, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think they're attractive. I don't know. I don't really like think about celebrities in that way or really oogle over them or anything like that. They're just people. They're just people in a really fucked up industry.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
So our next guy,
Meat Hook.
Meat Hook, uses a hook to steal meat. So I found a quiz online, and I'm like, this is my guy because meat delicious, right there with the skyr gobbler. But I found this like quiz about which Yule lad you were, and I got him, and it was like so unrelated to anything. Like maybe we should like do this and see which one you get.
Okay,
as well
curious.
After we go through all of these. So Meat Hook uses a hook to steal meat. So then we've got Candle Stealer. He follows children in order to steal their candles, kind of like a cobble.
Which were once made of tallow and thus
Yes.
edible. Tallow's good.
So this is our
Those are the 13th.
our 13 Yule boys.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it ended right there. So I don't know. We've like 32 minutes in.
Yeah.
You want to go to the murder?
That murder, I think, is going to take us a little bit of time.
Is it? Okay, well, we can just do this as like a Patreon thing maybe. Or just put it out like right before Christmas. I don't know.
We'll
but
see.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking... Hold on.
Okay, so we have up which Yule lad are you most like, and I'm going to take this. So let's see, if BuzzFeed wasn't just such a horrible website with a bunch of pop-ups and just a bunch of ads, a bunch of things running that won't even let me scroll down on this laptop. Yeah,
Yeah, it will work. Okay. So which farm animal, Drewby, do you like best? So we have here for options: dog, chicken, cow, sheep, owl, pig, cat, horse, or rooster.
It's close, but dog.
Dog. Okay.
And then who are you in cartoon form? So there's SpongeBob, Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, Bart Simpson, Scooby-Doo, Mickey Mouse, Tweety Bird, Roadrunner, the Grinch, and Gumby. Bart Simpson, I guess.
I picked Gumby.
I mean, Gumby was going to be my second choice. Alvin and not Theodore. Get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Pick an emoji. There's the sheep, there's the bread loaf, milk bottle, party, Santa, shirt. That is an eggplant. I don't know what an aubergine is.
Aubergine, that's what the rest of the world calls it.
Fuck them. It's sheep time.
Sheep time.
Choose a northern light. Oh my. There's many really pretty northern lights here. Oh man. This one struck me first. This is so tough. This is so tough, and nobody can see these, so I have to like move on soon. I'm gonna go with this one.
That's the one I picked.
Which is your bad habit? Cracking my knuckles, licking my plate, shopping debt? No. Overeating, smoking, junk food, biting your nails, nose picking, not texting back. I don't think this is a bad habit, but I definitely lick my plate because there's some starving kids in other countries. What do you want for the holidays? A new bed, a pony, meat for a year, groceries for a year, a trip to Iceland, a curved TV, gold cutlery, a Christmas jumper, or this fucking Toyota fucking Tundra? No, no, thank you. I'll take meat for a year because I don't want more things. I want meat. Pick a dream vacation: skiing for the Alps, 7-day cruise, desert trip, Icelandic hot springs, a jungle adventure, beach relaxation, weekend break in Venice, a week in NYC, or backpacking across America. Fucking Venice. Oh my goodness. Like, and that just because like I love the beach, but there's so many ways I can get there. And Venice, there's just so many different things I could do. I think the hot springs would have been the second choice, but I've always wanted to go to Venice. What is your drink of choice? Malt, soda, hot chocolate, tea, water, cocktail, beer, none, or coffee? Absolutely water.
Oh my god, no thank you. I'd rather be parched. What the fuck?
What is your New Year's resolution? Ask for a raise, fall in love, travel, save money, get a new job, get good grades, complain less, exercise, eat healthy. I can travel whenever I want. Get a new job. How about that? You got Ket Croker.
You got Meat Hook too.
Oh, I got Meat Hook Marty in the pajama party. Okay. It's just because I picked the meat option. That's really all it is. This picture of this dude is Santa Claus who looks slightly emaciated, and he's got this meat hook with this like classic mutton, like that picture of like a thing of meat with a bone through it that you'd see in cartoons.
It's like a femur going through it.
Yeah, that's what he's got, and he's looking at the meat very
sexually.
Yeah, kind of sexually. It's really creepy, actually. Yeah.
So like, I don't think that you got Meat Hook just because you chose the like year full of meat, because that's not what I picked, and I still got Meat Hook. I picked like the trip to Iceland as what I wanted for Christmas.
Yeah, what did you do? Drink of choice?
Drink of choice. I think I did a cocktail.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you drank.
Not really, but it looks delicious. Like, look at that thing.
I mean, I guess, but
looks like a fruity, yummy beverage.
I mean, I enjoy that stuff, but I don't enjoy how it makes me feel. What'd you pick for your resolution?
Travel.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't in a while. Makes sense. Man, I don't know. It seems like we picked some different things. What was your bad habit?
Bad habit? I think it was biting my nails.
Yeah. Yeah, we picked so many different things. I mean, we did pick
the same Northern Light.
The same Northern Light.
I picked the friggin' penis friggin' emoji.
Why would you pick the sheep? It's so cute.
I know.
That seems just like you. And then you picked Gumby. We picked totally different things. Did you pick dog?
No, I think I picked sheep.
Okay, so this makes no sense. It comes down to the meat. That's all it is.
Look at the spoon licker.
Oh
Look
my
at
god.
that. Goodness.
These are all just like emaciated Santas doing really creepy things.
I think I'm going to like take these pictures and share them in the group when we do this one, because these Santas are very creepy looking.
Yeah, this is fucked up. This is some bullshit.
This
is some bullshit. So yeah, anything else you want to go over? Housekeeping things. I mean, we got Christmas coming up.
I'm not really that excited for. I'm excited not to work.
Yeah,
and I have my birthday the next day because
yeah.
Yergy's getting old.
Yep. Good. Rot away.
Turned 36.
Oh no, you just broke down the illusion of people thinking you're young.
No, I don't care.
You just cost us a fuckload of money.
Yeah, is it? Drewby's the baby.
Stop it. I'm not saying what my age is.
Yeah.
Fucking I don't know. I only get Christmas off. I only get Christmas off. I get Christmas and the day after off. That's it. That's all I get off. I don't get anything else off. I work New Year's Eve. I do get New Year's Day off, but yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, I only got my birthday off this year because I asked for it and nobody thankfully did. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do anything fun this year for my birthday.
My dad gets
Hopefully.
like 2 or 3 weeks off.
Lucky.
Well, I mean, he works like 6 or 7 days a week at a whack sometimes, so
Yeah.
it's probably what happens when you work in the trades. But yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people just be like, "Oh, end of the year, I'm making all these resolutions," and it's like, fuck off. You're not gonna do shit come fucking February or March. You're gonna go right back to the same old thing.
I don't know. I'm going to keep my same resolutions that I've already started for this year because I'm kind of doing pretty well with them.
Yeah, like you don't need a new year. Like as soon as you realize you done fucked up, like start unfucking yourself.
I started in May.
Exactly.
And look how wonderful I am now.
Exactly. You've done so much more than most people. All these people that struggle. So like, okay, I'm not shaming nobody here, but Yergy's. This is okay to talk about.
Yeah.
That Yergy's goal was to lose weight, and I'm not shaming people who can't lose weight. But when you start being like, I want to lose 10 pounds, but I can't. How many pounds have you lost, Yergy?
70.
70 pounds. Jesus. And you haven't even like gone to the gym.
I haven't gone to the gym
yet.
yet.
It's all diet.
That was all just like intermittent fasting, a couple like spurts of like long fasts, cutting out.
Long fast meaning like 72 hours.
Yeah, 72. The biggest I did was 90. Which has its own. We can talk about that in some sort of like body positivity episode.
Yeah, which we need to do
pot
again.
too. But yeah, it was just like, for me, it was cutting out carbs. I know different dietitians will, say it's calorie deficit. For me, that's not what it was. For me, it was like low carb, high fat that did it, and fasting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And
it's not hard, people.
A lot of protein.
It's not hard.
A lot of it is just eating. For the first like 30 pounds of it, I mostly just ate ground beef because it was cheap, and cabbage, which I would just like cut up, and hot sauce.
Yeah.
And once in a while I'd add an egg to that, or like I'd make a hamburger patty and put like an over medium egg on top of it. And
oh my God, I'm going to go home and put an over medium egg on some ground beef that I have in the fridge. That's absolutely what I'm doing. Yeah. So people, you're just addicted to food. You're just addicted to sugar and carbs. Just once you break that addiction, it changes. Like, I did it too.
An addiction because, as I started getting closer to my goal, I added some things back in, things I probably shouldn't have added back in. Like last night I was like totally going through like sweets withdrawal.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Really bad. Like I thought about getting up in the middle of the night and just like going and getting something at the store.
Like this is not opinion. There's scientific evidence as to why sugar causes drug-like cravings and withdrawals in your brain. So yeah. I went through them. I've gone through them with different things. There was the hardest things to quit were chocolate and coffee. I now drink coffee again, but I make sure to go off it every now and then so that way I don't have to drink a ton all the time.
Yeah,
but
for me, it's like juice.
Yeah, juice is like, well, I was like transitioning off. I would mix a little bit of juice with water. Like I'd put like a little splash in like a glass of water and I would just drink that just to try. Or I would take like a drop of maple syrup and put it on my tongue.
Yeah, like juice is definitely like
or
lemonade is like terrible. Like that is my like.
I love limeade so
me too.
much. That like the Newman's Own limeade is
delicious.
Crack. Yeah. So yeah. I have a resolution to lose weight. Start now. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you can make it through the holidays. I did.
Yeah.
During Thanksgiving, and like believe me, I wasn't very careful. I didn't have any desserts, which I was actually sad that I didn't. But I had starchy vegetables, which I had been like avoiding all year.
Yeah.
I had some stuffing. I had like tons of turkey, which is fine to have turkey. But I gained like 2 or 3 pounds and then just like lost it.
Yeah, I cheat a little bit during the holiday meals because it's like the only time of year that I do it is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. So only times my family get together and eat. And I might have a little bit of sugar, but I make sure the portions are so small that I am not, I don't have, unless I eat something that I'm allergic to, like, I don't feel like I got the shit kicked out of me after. So.
Yeah. Like, I was pissed that I forgot to have dessert, though.
Were you?
Because my mom made a pecan pie, and I love those.
It's pretty good. Can't have nuts no more, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite pies, and I totally forgot she made it. Because I had to, like, because I was at my sister's house for, like, 36 hours, and I still had to go home. They live, like, 45 minutes to, like, an hour away.
Yeah.
And it was, like, kind of shitty weather, and I had to work the next day. So, like, I have to go home, and I totally forgot to bring that home with me.
That sucks. You have to press your mom to make another
I did
one.
last night. I was,
Did
like,
you?
pissed. I was like, I want pecan pie.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, no, I'm seeing a lot of posts from people, like, talking about, like, bigging themselves up for shit like that. And if they go for it, like, good. Like, but I just see this shit every year, and people just don't follow through. And the other thing I'm seeing is people are like, I'm really focusing on drawing good boundaries between people, and I just stop and I think about the people that are saying this, and I'm just like,
They're usually toxic people.
yeah, you just want to be a shitty friend. You, like, when I hear people talk about boundaries, they want to be able to not have to be a support system to other people, but require that their friends are support systems to them. They want to carve out a one-sided relationship. You are fucked up. And if you have any friends that truly, like, you need to, like, draw boundaries on because they're overwhelming people, cut them out. Holy shit, what are you doing? Life is too short to have shitty fucking friends that just poison your life. And I understand there's some situations where it's just like, oh, I got a big friend group and they just keep this person around for whatever reason, or family members. Yeah, I get it. We can't pick our family, but
Oh, we can.
We
absolutely can. I do.
Can. Yes, we can. I do understand that some people, especially some cultures, cutting out a family member isn't the easiest thing. Also, if you want a good relationship with, like, a number of your family members, but there's one really toxic family member and that family member keeps inserting themselves in, so that way they get in the way between you and seeing the people you want to interact with, like, I can understand, like, tolerating that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really hard thing to deal with.
Yeah, and, like, me saying that definitely comes from a place of privilege on that, because, I mean, you could see it as privilege in different ways, maybe not. My family's so disjointed.
Yeah.
That, you know, avoiding one or two people that I don't want to be around, not that hard.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
I mean, my friend D, who's Cambodian, I mean, he sends me so many snaps, and, like, on Sundays, his family will get together in Sanford and just eat these huge meals, and they're just all of them get together, and they seem to get together for whatever reason. So, like, if you have, like, a situation like that where, like, you just have this, like, culture of, like, really tight-knit family, you've got that one, like, fuck up family member, like, it's not that easy to just separate yourself from all that.
Right.
Like, I understand people's, like, fear of getting disowned, but when I'm talking about just people being like, I have to draw boundaries between my friends, you're probably just, like, a selfish fuck. Like, clearly that there's just, other than the examples I've given, like, what kind of boundaries do you need to draw that exactly are healthy? Like, if you're giving too much of yourself to people, that's probably because people are taking too much from you in really fucked up ways, and therefore they're probably bad friends. I mean, maybe you can work something out with them, but in most cases, like, the people I see doing this are people that just don't want to be friends to people. They want one-way fucking relationships. When they're sad, they want everybody, and it's... I'm kind of biting my tongue on this because some of the people I see doing this are people who are, how do I put this? Men that really like to try to cancel other people.
Which is a whole different episode we're definitely going to talk about.
Yes. Cis white men that love to cancel other people. They seem to be the ones talking about how they need to draw boundaries, and it's just funny. It's just funny how people who were total abusers and just really outlandish 10 years ago are now saying stuff like, I have to draw boundaries, better boundaries, and just like,
I'm going to throw you a lifesaver here,
you're
Drewby.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to throw you the lifesaver on this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no.
I felt like I was somebody who really needed to draw some boundaries, and I really did. Like, from another, like, perspective of it, I'm a very motherly figure. I try to take care of and, heal all the broken toys. And that gets you taken advantage of very easily.
Right. Well, is that
very easily?
Is that like something you're doing wrong though, or is that the fact that the people whom you're giving this energy to are taking advantage of you?
It's a little bit of both. At the same time, like I need to, recognize, maybe I can't help everyone.
Well, you're absolutely right, but I also don't, because what it sounds like is there's some self-blame there, and I think it's perfectly reasonable to be like, okay, well, I just have to be careful about putting out all this energy into people who haven't proven themselves yet, because I could get myself hurt, especially if I don't know, like, if they'll return it for me. That's
Right.
one thing. But if you find somebody that you trust and you love and you want to put energy into them and they take advantage of that, that is not your fault at
Right.
all. That is
No,
100%
definitely not.
their fault.
Definitely not.
So, like, I think that's what I would challenge your perspective on.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
I don't know. We won't. Some of these things are stuff we will touch on later episodes.
Yeah. I definitely want to get together and hash out a really good body positivity part 2.
Yeah.
Maybe talking about more of the male perspective, because we didn't really get too much into that, and I wanted to really bad, like the last one, and then just talking about different diet stuff like we got into before.
Yeah.
And then maybe some stuff that we've been seeing out in the community lately that we talked briefly about, that I think would be interesting.
Regarding body positivity?
Yeah.
Is this what we talked about the other night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I really don't know if I want to.
We can be very vague.
Well,
we can be very vague.
I just can't. I can't say anything identifying, because this is. If anyone listening from the air will immediately know who we're talking about. So I just no. We'll figure it out, but right now we cannot.
We cannot, definitely. We'll have to hash that out. And then the other, the cancel culture type of thing is definitely something that we're going to need to hash out so we don't piss people off, because at the same time, I think we have a very good perspective.
Yeah, because most people are like, oh, they're talking about cancel culture. They must be alt-right or Trump heads. Well, no.
No, we're not.
if you look at some of these people who are cashing in on cancel culture, it is predatory men. Okay? There are people who are total fucking predators who are using this as a smokescreen in order to operate in. Okay? Like, this is so... I've seen this in the punk community growing up, unfortunately. I still see this now. It's fucked up. There's nothing alt-right about acknowledging when people are taking advantage of other people under the guise of acceptance and caring. So, yeah.
So that's some stuff we have going on up the pipe. Like, we do have a murder episode that I did put together for today, but this is turning out to be like an episode.
Yeah, I guess it did, didn't it?
Yeah, and we still have to touch on the murder up in Carmel.
Oh, geez. Yeah, how far are you through that book?
So I'm still I'm not quite all the way through it. I don't know that I need to actually finish the book to get something good together.
Okay.
I have... Because it's really a 3-part murder. He did kill at least 3 people that he's admitted to.
Okay.
I have a lot of information on his first wife, Jenny.
I really want to do that soon. I just feel like next week we're going to be doing the Christmas murder, or what? No, that's not a Christmas murder. It's an Icelandic murder. We should find if there's some sort of Christmas murder.
Jean Bonnet.
Jean Bonnet. Jesus, I don't want...
Everyone's doing their Jean Bonnet Christmas special.
No. No. Everybody does John Bonet. I don't know. The brother did it. Fucking some of these people. How old was her brother? Like 6?
He was like under 10 years old.
Yeah, her brother raped her and killed her. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
And he knew how to make a garrote.
Yeah, he knew how to make a garrote. Yeah. Oh, totally wonderful. Fucking these people, man. Like, God. That there's just not even any point to covering John Bonet. I mean, watch, we're going to end up covering John Bonet in the future, but just, I've just been, I remember being a little fucking kid and seeing that in the fucking National Enquirer every time we went to the fucking Shaw's to do our fucking grocery shopping. And fuck, man, I just getting sick and tired of all these fucking new leads on the John Bonet case. That's fucking done. It's gonna be done for a long time. Nobody was arrested, right?
No.
Nobody's tried. Okay, it's fucking over with. Like, we have DNA evidence, and they fucked that up. So, yeah, fuck that case.
Yep.
Mer.
Mer.
Okay.
So I don't have anything else.
Okay. If you've made it this far and you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I should have said this in the beginning, but
please like and subscribe. Oh, we do have an update from like the Anneliese case from last week.
Do we?
She's still not found.
Oh,
she's still
yeah.
not found.
She's still not found, unfortunately.
The parents did, come out with a news story that was in the Kennebec Journal the other day. It did mention that she did have some substance abuse and mental health issues, and had been hospitalized before for trying to, or not really trying to, but threatening to jump off a bridge.
Did she have restraining orders against her?
The father of her youngest had a protection from abuse order against her, which was like later dismissed.
Okay.
They like handled that amicably.
Yeah, but it sounds like the parents were outright saying that they think that she took her own life.
Yeah, they have outright said that this is a recovery mission at this point, and they want to find her as soon as possible so she doesn't get swept out to sea.
And I mean, hopefully this isn't the case. Hopefully she comes home safe. But, if this is the case, hopefully there's some closure to the parents.
I don't know. I just kind of wanted to touch on that because we did get a little bit of hate from the last episode.
Don't even acknowledge it.
I don't know. I really just wish people would listen to the episode.
Well, that dude didn't even listen to the episode. So whatever. It just means nothing. And then you got Brandon Thongsavann's.
I did.
Yes,
I did.
You got his. We're gonna write him, and I found a Facebook thread with people talking about that stabbing and how they didn't do it, and they were implicating somebody else by name. I probably shouldn't even say the first name on here.
It doesn't matter. We talked about this person in our episode.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was. Can I say?
I mean, you can say the first name, I think.
I know the last name too.
Do you? Did we say it in the episode?
We said it in the episode.
Let's hold off on that since murder cases are always open.
Yeah, but we mentioned the name in the episode.
Yeah, and somebody on the Facebook thread was saying that this person was the one who did it, and that Brandon just basically took the heat because he's not a rat and just went down for it. And it sucks because now he had to stab someone in prison. He's looking at 60 plus years.
Honestly, though, the time served he's done, for what he's done in prison, even though really he's just trying to survive in prison, he should be not even in there.
I mean, he should never have gone in to begin with. I mean, I really want us to write him, and if he's willing to talk to us, we'd love that. But yeah, so that's gonna be a thing. I think we're gonna be writing him soon. But yeah, so I think that's everything.
That is everything.
Okay, I'm surprised I did an hour.
I'm very
being
proud
flu-ish.
of you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes, well, thank you. Oh, great job. But okay. So, all right, until next week.
All right, bye.